Hello and welcome. In this math tutorial, our task is to solve the logarithmic equation on the board. And to do this, we are going to start by changing the base of this logarithm to match the base of this logarithm. So we are going to change from base 4x plus 16 to base 2. Now, applying our change of base formula for logarithms, we have that the right-hand side of this equation is going to be equal to log to base 2. Remember, 2 is the new base of 8 divided by log to base 2 of the old base, which is 4x plus 16. But of course, you know that we can write 8 as 2 to the power 3. So in the numerator, we have log to base 2 of 2 to the power 3 divided by, here we are going to factorize this. You can see that we have a common factor, which is 4. So in the denominator, we have log to base 2 of 4 multiplied by 4x divided by 4 is x. And 16 divided by 4 is 4. Now, the next thing we are going to do is to apply the power rule of logarithms to this numerator. That is, we can bring down this exponent to become a multiplier. When we do that, the numerator becomes 3 times log to base 2 of 2. And then in the denominator, you can see that we have log to base 2 of 4 multiplied by x plus 4. Now remember that when we have log a multiplied by b, this is equal to log a plus log b. So that means that we can write this denominator as log to base 2 of 4 plus log to base 2 of x plus 4. Now here, let us remember that log to base 2 of 2 is equal to 1. So in the numerator, we have 3 times 1, which is equal to 3. Then in the denominator, you can see that 4 is equal to 2 squared. So this can also be written as log to base 2 of 2 squared. Once more, if we apply the power rule, this is going to be equal to 2 times log to base 2 of 2. But then remember that log to base 2 of 2 is equal to 1. So we have that log to base 2 of 4 is equal to 2 times 1, which is 2. So here we have 2 plus. Now this cannot be further simplified. So we have log to base 2 of x plus 4. Now you can see that after applying the change of base formula to the right hand side of this equation, this is what we have. And of course, this is equal to this. So we have that this is equal to log to base 2 of x plus 4. Now, when you look at this equation, you're going to see log to base 2 of x plus 4. And you're going to see log to base 2 of x plus 4. So, let log to base 2 of x plus 4 be equal to d. Now, with this substitution, this equation becomes 3 over 2 plus d is equal to d. And of course, if we multiply both sides of this equation by 2 plus d, we have that 3 is equal to d multiplied by 2 plus d. Opening this bracket, we have 2 times d, that is 2d. And we have d times d, that is d squared. And rearranging this equation, we have d squared plus 2d minus 3 is equal to 0. Now you can see that we have a quadratic equation and we can factorize this equation. All we have to do is to find the factors of minus 3 that is going to add up to plus 2. We have 3 and 1. This is positive. So this is going to be positive and this is going to be negative. 3 times minus 1 is minus 3 and 3 minus 1 is plus 2. So we have that d minus 1 multiplied by d plus 3 is equal to 0. And from here we have that either d minus 1 is equal to 0 or d plus 3 is equal to 0. And of course, we have that d is equal to 1 or d is equal to minus 3. So now we have two values for d. We have 1 and minus 3. But then let us remember that log to base 2 of x plus 4 is equal to d. So we have that log to base 2 of x plus 4 is equal to 1 or log to base 2 of x plus 4 is equal to minus 3. Now remember that this statement simply means that 2 to the power 1 is equal to x plus 4. So we have that x plus 4 is equal to 2 to the power 1, which of course is equal to 2. And we have that x is equal to 2 minus 4, which is equal to minus 2. And from here, doing exactly the same thing, we have that 2 to the power minus 3 is equal to x plus 4. That is, x plus 4 is equal to 2 to the power minus 3. And of course, 2 to the power minus 3 is equal to 1 over 2 to the power 3. And solving for x, we have that x is equal to 1 over 2 to the power 3 is equal to 8 minus 4. 8 times minus 4 is minus 32. Minus 32 plus 1 is minus 31. So this is minus 31 over 8. So now you can see that we have two values of x that satisfy this logarithmic equation. We have that x is either equal to minus 2 or minus 31 over 8. And with that, we come to the end of today's exercise. I hope you learned something new. If you enjoy such content, please subscribe to the channel. Leave us a like to support the channel. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.